And I've researched this a lot, but when we use our inner voice, like a strong thought, like I would be thinking in my own inner voice. Oh, my battery's low. I thought I plugged it in. It must be somehow disconnecting the phone power from the charger. Give me a second, guys, because I want to make sure that this video. I'll stop at the store. I totally forgot. Oh yeah, the inner voice thing. It's like when we think in our inner voice, like I would think, and I use this example a lot, like I need to feed Pepper, my dog. I'm just thinking that. What's happening is you're getting small muscle movements in your jaw and your throat. These are like imperceptible vibrations, and they will put electromagnetic energy around your throat and your jaw, so that they can read those so they can see basically what you are thinking in your inner voice. Now, what I've realized from this, and we've got to look at things like this a little bit more, is that if they can read something, like if they can read a signal like that, then they can probably push it back. Then they can push a signal like that back. And I think my phone's charging now. I don't know, they might shut it down even with it plugged in now. Well, I'll just go as long as I can, but yeah, I noticed that my throat, like when I would smoke my electronic cigarettes, it was burning more, and I had pressure around the bottom of my jaw and my throat. I could feel it a lot more, and I noticed that the inner voice stuff was a lot more involved for those days, and that started about 4 days ago, where I will think something in my inner voice and they'll shove something in there, like in the middle of it. Like I'll be thinking, oh, I gotta do, and then they'll shove something right after that. So I forgot what I was talking about before that, but just saying that it's a lot of signals all the time. It's a lot of things that are interfering with our own inner thoughts, and our own inner perceptions, and just constantly, and what makes it hard, with mine, I think they do this with a lot of people, is if you don't respond, if you're just too tired and too tortured and you're just too raped to even think, like, so you're not even thinking about them, and you hear the V2k, but you're not even thinking anything in your inner voice or anything, they respond for you and then go, oh God, look what he said, like the V2k, it's like, oh, like they love to do this one, like there's a woman's voice on the V2k, on the Audible V2k, and I don't know, man, I try not to think anything. The low battery thing again, maybe it's actually charging though, but I try not to think anything, because I mean they're all there, they're all torturing me, and so I just try to kind of stay neutral, because I don't know anybody on there, and it could, a lot of it, they take her voice, and they one of the males like on the team or the shift will voice modify to her voice, and then a lot of it will be chatterbox. So I try just not to think about it. But what they'll do is they'll use her voice, and she'll be like, this really is evil, I'm not going to kill him. And then they'll, in my inner voice, or it'll seem like it's my inner voice, it'll go bitch, like bitch, but I wasn't thinking anything about her, and I wasn't being angry, and I wasn't feeling anything. And then they'll go, and then with the V2k, the male's voice will go, oh, did you see that? He called you a bitch, so it's stuff like that. So it's like just trying to entangle you. And even if you're not participating, even if you're too tortured and just raped and just cooked, and you can't even respond to anything, and you don't know what to feel, they still try and keep you involved, to just kind of to keep your mind and your body being raped. So it's really intense, and it's like that all the time. I mean, unless you're doing other stuff, and it can kind of go into the background. You can kind of get your dominant external stimulus, and then things get better. But sometimes when it's just, you know, just laying down, it's just boom, 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 chatterbox, 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 inner voice, and stuff that's not even me. It's stuff that is external, attacking my nervous system and my brain, like my visual cortex, then you know, V2k response to that, just overloading. I mean, just overloading. And then you know, then the V2k is like, you know, we're going to put him away. We need to put him away. A new one that they're using is, you know, nobody. Oh no, the battery is draining. Looks like it's not charging. I'm putting the thing in. We'll just try and go. Put it in my car charger, and it's totally not working. Now it's at 20. It went from 10% to 20%. And they're heating up my phone. I don't know. We'll see. I guess I'll just kind of not worry about it and try and get to 30 minutes. But my point is that it's just, I mean, it's psychological agony mixed with, you know, physical agony, just all the time. You know, still trying to attenuate things, but, you know, you know, for mine at least, I know that a lot of TIs, a lot of target individuals are like, you know, I think it's all automated. I don't think there's any people doing it, and it's just AI kind of deciding everything. And I experienced something completely different than that, and I think a lot of other target individuals do, where, you know, with the V2k, they do some real-time V2k, then they'll switch footing if I'm doing a certain thing, and it just really proves to me that a lot of stuff, it's like automated programming. You know, some things they automate for remote neural manipulation, and V2k, the chatterbox, they'll automate certain things and put it in. The software will put it into a conversational format, things that they've already said. But overall, you know, it's very people-directed, you know, people on shifts. But I've told y'all, you know, my thoughts on that. And I think, you know, the goal of my attackers is to make it as automated as possible. So they don't have to do much work, and then they could maybe turn down the shifts to like one person a shift or something like that, or two people, and they don't have to work so hard at it. But I can kind of tell between the artificial automated chatterbox and you know, and real-time chatter from the V2k. But kind of just talking about random stuff, guys. I'm going to do some more videos with information, probably from Dr. Carlstrom's website, and then maybe go over to Terry's website and just, you know, keep on putting documents and reading documents that concretely show the existence of directed energy weapons and its use by agencies you know, that are connected to our government, and also the military, because we just got to keep on laying that groundwork, and then going for bigger things like the class action suits that are out there in the public right now. You know, the global TI survey, you know, all these conferences that we're having, you know, the Techno Crime Fighters Forum's information getting out there, TI TV, those guys in the UK just doing an awesome job. We got to just keep hitting it. They're really screwing with my phone. It's now at 10% again, went to 20%. I thought that I was plugging it in and it was charging. Alright, I might have to, I don't know, the battery may run out in a little while, but... So, just a few random thoughts on Friday morning. I wish I had more, but I am kind of having a problem thinking right now, just of any kind of new stuff. I'm kind of focused on, like, what the hell happened this week with the poisoning feeling, because I knew that people were coming in and doing some little stupid stuff, but I didn't know that they had somebody who was willing to come in there and put actual there's a light stop, This light gives out tickets, $150 tickets. So, you know, they're allowed, my attackers, you know, are allowed to play around with the grid and stop lights on target individuals that are innocent of all crimes and are productive citizens who just want to spend time with their family and get a job. I'm trying to think what else is going on. Nothing much. Surviving. I know you guys are just trying to survive. Just trying to keep putting information out there. Yeah, I'll just be making some more informational videos about concrete stuff. I think that's about it for me now. I'm just feeling really feeling brain dead. You know, they had me where they were doing so much stuff to my nervous system yesterday. I mean, they always do that, but I guess it's been so long that my left leg started, like I was laying down and my left leg around the ankle started spasming. There's the light change, but I can still go. It started spasming and shaking, just shaking uncontrollably. And it wasn't like they were hitting me in the leg or the foot. It was like something to do with my nervous system, because they were, I guess, streaming so much energy to my head and my spine. And it was weird because it just kept shaking and I wasn't even doing anything. And then I heard the woman's voice go, "Stop, shut it, you know, turn." She said something like, you know, "Turn it down," or something like that. And then after she said turn it down, a few seconds went by and then it stopped spasming. So it was like something they were doing at that moment it had nothing. It was like it was like affecting my nervous system, but they weren't targeting the foot or the ankle, and my ankle and foot were just shaking because my nervous system has just been run ragged, you know, with the frequencies just being shot at my brain and you know, my brain and spine. So, and there's a light change coming back. I guess they're assholes, you know, because they're murderers. But guys, I want to have a good Christmas. I'm looking forward to my family coming to town. I'm kind of, you know, it's the same old thing. It's like I live in this other world than them. And some of them, you know, some of my extended family, they just see me as a loser and a burden, you know, on my mom, and they don't really understand what's actually happening. So it's a little bit hard sometimes, but I just try and, you know, try and love them, love my family, and just be there and do the best I can. So that's all the advice that I can, you know, tell you guys. You know, my parents understand that this is happening. They really, really support me, but some of my distant family, they don't understand, and they hear things in rumor mode, I think, in my family, and are mad at me like I've made this decision, like I've just made a decision to, you know, to think all this, when it's really happening. So that's a little bit tough, but I'm not going to focus on that, because I do have a lot of love for my family, and, you know, all of my family has a lot of love for me too, and I feel like, you know, I'm praying for within the coming year, we will all be vindicated, you know, to everyone. But I know that's coming soon. So, so hang in there, guys. I'll definitely see y'all on the next one. God is behind us. Let's keep fighting, keep finding ways to shield. And I'll try and make some more informational videos, but I'm just gonna be making a lot of videos just talking about this, you know, documenting how I feel, you know, and I think you guys should too, because we're gonna need this information, you know, when this all comes out. People are gonna want to know, you know, and we need to be putting this information out anyway to stop this, you know, to stop these crimes. But, you know, I think this is going to be important in a lot of other ways that we can't even see. So guys, thanks for watching my videos. You know, come to my call on Thursday nights, Thursday at 11 p.m. Central. I just had one tonight, but I'll probably be on a lot of the other calls, you know, this weekend and next week. All right, guys, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one.